What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to talk about today's LSU early signing day, all the signees they got today. I'm also going to talk about former LSU cornerback Eli Ricks has decided to go to Alabama. And I'm also going to talk about Deion Sanders at Jackson State getting a historic signee today. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm going to have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. And whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden 22 player on Xbox One, I'm going to have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. Y'all may hear a beeping noise throughout the video. Please disregard that, and I do sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. First, man, I want to talk about the 13 signees that the LSU Tigers got today. First, you got Jordan Allen, a three-star defensive back from Lafayette Christian Academy. Somebody that Brian Kelly offered real late. Really good player. Glad to have him. Cornerback Laterrence Welch, four-star cornerback Laterrence Welch from Acadiana High. He's been pretty committed the whole time, though there was late word that Arkansas may get him, but he sticks with the Tigers. Mason Taylor, a four-star tight end from Lauderdale, Florida. And of course, everybody know Walker Howard, a quarterback from St. Thomas, five-star quarterback from St. Thomas More High School. Been pretty committed to the Tigers all along. Also, a lot of people feel like he may be LSU's starting quarterback next year as a true freshman. Bo Bordelon, a three-star offensive tackle from Isidore Newman. You have Nathan Diebert, a three-star kicker from Heartland, Michigan. You have Fitzgerald West, a three-star offensive lineman, also from Lafayette Christian Academy. Guy, I got to talk to a while back, did an interview with. Seems like a good young man. A flip today, flip from the Miami Hurricanes to the LSU Tigers, landing a three-star wide receiver from Mandeville. You have Will Campbell, a five-star offensive tackle from Neville. Obviously, a big get in this class. Somebody we've been, that been rolling with us all along. And get a big one today. You get Quincy Wiggins, a four-star defensive lineman from Madison Prep. That was a big get for the Tigers there. Demario Tolan, another guy we get today, a four-star linebacker from Orlando, Florida. Tyji Hill, a three-star defensive tackle from Edna Carr. And Emory Jones, a four-star offensive tackle from Catholic High, Baton Rouge. We waiting on Kendrick Law. Apparently, it sounds like, I'm not sure, but it sounds like he may say something, commit to somebody on Friday. Kendrick Law from Captain Shreve. Jacoby Matthews, a guy that we had committed but decommitted. Looked like he's not going to announce nothing until January. And also Trevante Citizen, a running back from Lake Charles College Prep, who was another guy that we basically waiting to hear from. Not the greatest LSU class we've had as far as, just off of rankings, but nevertheless, man, there's some really good players in this class, especially, considering this is Brian Kelly's first year where, every time there's changeover between a coaching staff, you expect, to lose some recruits or not get as many recruits as you really want because of the turnover. But, hopefully the first year goes well. And then after that, Brian Kelly could start keeping us back in the top five or whatever in recruiting. But I like a lot of these players, obviously, and there's some of these guys who we may look at like, yeah, he a three-star or whatever, but he ended up maybe being a really, really good contributor to this football team. So I'm excited, man, and excited to see what all these guys could do. And then also in other news, man, speaking of commits, we lose out on Shaz Preston, the wide receiver from St. James to Alabama. Also, we already know Aaron Anderson is I don't know if he signed with them today yet. I'm not sure, but he's committed to Alabama. And also, they get another guy. Former LSU cornerback Eli Ricks has decided that he's transferring to Alabama. This honestly comes as no surprise. This is the team we've been hearing about as far as that he's considering transferring to. Obviously, it stings from the simple fact that not only you were with us and we was expecting Eli Ricks to be a leader amongst the secondary next season, but he goes to the enemy. So, he goes to the enemy. So, hey, a matchup between him and Keishawn Butte obviously is going to be a lot of fun next year. But, Brian Kelly with Frank Wilson back on staff, they got to continue. Coach O, one thing I could give Coach O, Coach O was doing a good job of that aspect the last couple of years in recruiting and putting a fence around Louisiana. So hopefully we could get that back to how it needs to be. As Brian Kelly, gets some more, experience and knowledge of this area. And another thing, speaking of recruiting, one more thing that I just have to talk about. Deion Sanders, the head coach of Jackson State, gets the number 2 overall prospect, number 1 cornerback to flip from Florida State and Travis Hunter. Look, there's pros and cons to this. Honestly, as a African American male, I am extremely happy for this. Shout out to Travis Hunter for being a trailblazer, for being someone different, taking a different route, and letting it be known, maybe other future highly touted prospects follow. Obviously if the kid remains humble, remains on the right track, and stays healthy, he's going to be at least a first, maybe second, whatever round draft pick based off his if he reaches his potential. So shout out to him for that, man. That's a real great look for Deion Sanders and for Jackson State in general. And but the con to it, of course, a lot of people gonna question it as to say, you're not gonna get as much notoriety out there, and you're not playing against great competition because you know people feel like he'll be able to lock down SWAC conference receivers easily every week. But at the same time, you know SWAC has really good players, really good teams. It's a shame that HBCUs don't get the recognition they deserve. They don't get players invited to the combine like that. It's a lot of talent there, man. And obviously, by him doing this, it's going to open the eye for people to start looking more at these HBCUs. So shout out to Travis Hunter for taking that bold step. And shout out to Prime Deion Sanders for getting them to go there. But with that being said, y'all, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have LSU, NCAA, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.